Hello and welcome to this series of sales tips. My name is Sanjay Vadva and I'm an internationally certified business coach. I work with growth minded entrepreneurs to help them grow their business while they can free their own time and involvement in that business. So they are free and the business keeps growing. Now, if you have to grow your business, it cannot happen unless and until you improve your sales. And this series will give you some solid tips and tricks that will help you increase your sales. Your sales keeps increasing, your time and involvement keeps reducing, your business keeps growing. That's an ideal entrepreneur. So let's get on with the series and watch the tip of today. Today's sales tip is about selling through numbers. And this is very interesting. There are various stages in sales, and if you know your numbers of the various stages, you can sell by numbers. Now, let me tell you how that works. So, the first stage in selling is suspecting, knowing who are the kind of customers who are going to buy your product or service. Okay, once you start calling those suspects and identifying a prospect, okay, or converting them into prospects, that's the second stage of selling. So what are prospects? Prospect is anybody who has the money to buy your product or service, anybody who has the authority to take a decision to buy your product or service, or and anybody who has a need to buy your product or service. So which means money, authority and need are the qualifiers. In an acronym term or in short form, it's MAN. So anybody who has money, authority and need for your product or service is a prospect. So you call a suspect and or you knock on their door and you talk to them about what you're selling. If they say, if you feel that there is a need for them to buy, if they have the authority to take that decision, and if you think they can afford it, then they're a prospect. Not all prospects will buy. Okay, now out of the prospects, some of them would be interested to know more about your particular product or service. Okay, and that is called as the interest phase of sales. So interested parties, okay, they may ask for a quotation, they may ask you to explain more, they may ask for a demonstration, either of those things. Okay, so that shows that they're interested. Now, out of all the suspects you have, some of them got converted into prospects. Out of all the prospects you have, some of them showed interest. Out of all the interested parties, some of them will move ahead and talk about and start to negotiate with you on the price, on various features, how they can buy. So that's the place where we call negotiation. So they have come to a place where they're negotiating now with you. And the last phase is the sales phase, where you will close some sales. Okay, and we call this as a sales closure phase. So SPINS: suspect, prospect, interested, negotiating and sales closure. Those are the phases of sales. Okay, now there are various people who've defined phases in various ways, but we are defining it this way. Okay, now out of all these phases, imagine if you have 100 suspects and you call all the 100 of them, you qualify 25 as prospects. Out of the 25, 15 show interest, 5 get to the negotiation phase, and 1 person is finally buying from you, or there's a sales closure with 1 person. So to do 1 sales, you need to have 100 suspects. That's the ratio, or those are the numbers in your business. For every business, these numbers are going to be different. And my recommendation is that you track each of these phases numbers so that you know what your numbers are talking to you about. Now, for every 1 sale, you need to have 100 suspects. It doesn't matter whether the suspects are right or wrong. Over a period of time, you will have the same average. Every time you call 100 suspects, you close 1 sale. Now, if you want to increase your sale from 1 to 50, simple, go from 100 suspects to 5,000 suspects, isn't it? Now, if you know your numbers, then there is no challenge or demotivation when these suspects don't convert into prospects, because you know that every 100 suspects is going to give me one sale eventually as an average. You don't get dejected or demotivated when suspects don't get converted into prospects, when prospects don't get converted into interested parties, when interested parties don't start negotiating, or when they don't buy from you ultimately. So know your numbers, and that's one of the key phases. Now, once you know your numbers, it will also help you to look at in which stage do you want to improve your numbers. Do you want to improve your numbers between converting suspects to prospects, in which case you need to have better suspect list, or you need to do a better introduction of your sales pitch so that more people become prospects. That's the improvement area. If you want to improve between negotiating parties and sales closure, then you need to learn negotiating better or presenting your sales offer better. Now, once you know your numbers, you can actually start looking at how to improve my numbers. So there are multiple benefits of selling by numbers. Do you have a system in your business that tells you what these numbers are and what these ratios really are, and for each sale, how many suspects do you need to have on your list? That will also tell you earning per suspect, which means if I have 100 people visiting my website, one person ends up buying some stuff that I'm selling on my website. So, and if the value of that one thing that I'm selling on my website is $100, then earning per visitor is $1. Which means if I now need to do advertisement or marketing on social media, let's say a Facebook advertisement, I can easily spend 80 or 90 cents advertising, because I know with that 80 or 90 cents, and every time somebody clicks on that link and comes to my website using that 80 or 90 cent advertisement, it's going to convert into $1 of sales average. That's a key metric to measure in your business. What's the earning per suspect is a very key metric to measure in your success. I hope you're able to develop a system through which you can track these numbers. It is simple. It is not easy. Simple as in putting all the data down in a system. It could be a CRM system, it could be an Excel file, it could be just on a piece of paper. But when you put all your sales data on a system, you can actually start tracking that data and making sense of that data through numbers. I hope you liked this tip, and I hope you will use this in your business. I'll see you in the next tip. So, how did you like today's tip on increasing your sales? If you like this tip, then please hit the like button there. If you want more tips like these, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when new tips come up. We have more than 100 tips on improving your sales, and I promise you that these tips are solid, implementable ideas that will increase your sales and enhance your business. So please like, share, and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and see you in the next video.